everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a list of the reasons why I will not be purchasing the Chanel small vanity case. So if you're curious to hear the reasons why this bag will not match my lifestyle, then please keep on watching. So before we get started, I know that you may be wondering why it is that I'm holding the bag in my hands if I will not be purchasing it. And it's because this particular piece is actually a fake. It's a replica that I've been sent by a fake factory that has kindly given me this item. By the way, if you are interested in buying this particular piece or basically anything else from the fake factory, they carry anything from bags, shoes, clothes, like pretty much everything. Then I will leave all of the relevant information in the description box of the video down below for you. I would highly recommend them. It's a brand that I have been working with for a while. They have sent me several of these items, and I've always been very, very surprised and very happily surprised with the quality of the items. It's always really on point. This is genuine leather. It's really beautiful. It looks just like the piece. I've also used some of their pieces to do some real versus fake videos on my channel. It's a series that I love doing, and the quality has always been tippy-top. So I would highly recommend them. For this series, it's actually something that I started recently. It's why these like trendy and popular bags from these very classy and classic brands that I normally like won't work for me. I think that the last one that I did was about a Chanel 22 bag. By the way, if you are interested in seeing that video, then I will go ahead and leave the link to it in the little information link over here for you to see it. But without further ado, let's get started and let me tell you why this little piece will not be in my collection. So let's get started with the first reason. My first reason for not getting this bag is because it is hard to get. And it's not like I'm lazy. It's not like I don't like to, accomplish things, that I'm not like, I don't like to be challenged. But I do feel like a bag that has a wait list for Chanel is pretty much uncalled for. I understand like why Hermès has a wait list and why you need to have like spent a certain amount of money. But for Chanel, I really feel like we're pushing it at this point. So for me, I refuse to get an item that has a wait list for it and which is hard to get, where you have to like basically beg your SA, like, can I have this bag pretty please? I really feel like that's not okay. So that is one of the reasons why I will not be getting this bag. My next reason why I will not be getting this handbag is because the zipper is not smooth around the corners, right here. So around these corners, these four corners, the zipper is really not smooth. And that is also something that happens in actually the real bag. I did my research beforehand. And it also happens for this one. I think it's something that has to do with the design of the bag. See how this is like harder, and then once you're like in a straight line, then it gets easier. So that makes it such that you basically need both hands to open and close your bag. So opening and closing the bag is really inconvenient. So even if, for example, you have the bag, let's say like crossbody, which we'll talk about in a minute, you still need to hold it with both of your hands to open and close it. So depending on your kind of lifestyle, if you need to find things in a hurry, which always happens for me, or if you have kids or something like that, this bag is really impractical. The next thing to mention about this handbag is the strap. So the bag comes with a chain or a strap that looks like this. And the strap is not removable and also not adjustable. And it measures 55 centimeters. And so for me, the problem that it causes is, number one, in terms of storage. It makes it really hard to store this bag because you basically have to have the chain or the strap like resting against the bag. I would love to have a solution where I could place this like inside of the bag, but that doesn't work. So what I have to do is actually leave it like this, or I could put it on top if I like roll it, let's say, like on top of the bag. Let's say like this. This is probably neater, especially if you're storing it in like, like this kind of like bag display type of situation. But then the problem is because this particular model is made out of lambskin, since lambskin is very fragile and it's very, prone to stains and then scratches, this really leads to indentation, like big time. So I would hope that they would, change that up about the strap, that it would be possible to remove it, but unfortunately it isn't. So for me, at that particular price point, it's also not something that's attractive about the handbag. I love the practicality of the handbag. Even something that's expensive from, a luxurious and luxury brand, I need it to be practical, and the fact that the strap isn't removable for me is a deal breaker. The next problem that I have with this handbag is also due to the fact that the strap is not removable and also not adjustable. So because the strap is 55 centimeters, for me it is actually too long to wear as a shoulder bag. And mind you, I am 5'11" or 180 centimeters, so I definitely feel like there are not a lot of girls that are going to be taller than me. So even for me, it's not going to work as a shoulder bag. So that basically means that this bag is not intended to use as a shoulder bag. I would have also loved to use it as maybe like a top handle bag. There is no top handle, and the fact that you can't like shorten the strap means that if you want to more or less wear it as a top handle bag, you have to do this, which I don't feel like it looks very good. I don't feel like it looks very neat. And for a handbag that has this kind of like price tag, I feel like you can tell a mile away that it's not intended to do that, and it really just doesn't look good. So it's also not going to be a top handle bag. So the only way to actually wear this bag is going to be as a crossbody bag. And I love a good crossbody bag, like for sure, 100%. I'm obsessed with crossbody bags. I feel like they're very convenient, very practical, love them. And here, the strap length actually works for me because I'm tall, but I don't feel like it might work for a whole lot of other people, because even for me, it's kind of like resting against like my, let's say, lower hip. So if you're 5'2", then this is definitely not going to work for you. So it's kind of weird, but then even as a crossbody bag with the right strap length, because of the bag design, I feel like it kind of like tips on my hip, and it doesn't really align with my body nicely. So it makes it look kind of like bulky, and I don't know, it makes me look chubby. It's like weird, and I really don't like the look of it. The next reason why I feel like this bag is not for me is because of the durability and because of the wear and tear of it. So in my mind, because of how boxy this bag is, because of its shape, it's going to lead to a big time wear and tear, especially right here on the edges and corners of the bag. And also because this particular model is made out of lambskin. Lambskin is not very resistant to, number one, stains, and then number two, scratches, which is a big concern, especially if you wear the bag as a crossbody bag. I feel like you're always going to be a little bit less careful with a crossbody bag than with, let's say, like either a shoulder bag or a top handle bag. I feel like the crossbody, you might not really think that you have the bag anymore because you are not actually holding it, and then bump into things. And usually it's also bags that are deemed less expensive, so you might not be as careful with it. So for me, that's a big no-no about this purse. And the last reason why I will not be getting this handbag is very much particular to me, and very much basically only applies to me, is because it is a small bag. It is what's called a micro bag, and for my size, for my body shape, I really don't think that it looks good. It accentuates my height. It makes it look like disproportionate to my proportions. So even though I'm very slim, I'm very tall. So it looks like I'm carrying my like baby sister's bag or my little daughter's bag, or like something of the sort, and it just looks off. There's something that looks off about this bag. Now, what I will say is obviously this doesn't apply if you're 5'2", clearly. What was surprising about the size of the bag was, and that's a pro actually, was how much you could fit into this bag. I was surprised going into it. I didn't have any sort of good expectations. I thought that I wouldn't even be able to put my phone in. I still have, I know this is crazy, an iPhone 11, and that actually works. I can actually store my phone in there if I put it like this, so standing up to the side. There's also inside, the bag actually comes with a card holder. that's built into the bag. I hope that you can see it. I hope that my camera focuses. Oh my god. It's always a concern with this camera. It's very annoying. So it actually has a card holder that's built into the bag, which is great. That means that you're, saving a bunch of space. Obviously, this is going to be, a type of bag that you're wearing for like an evening out or something. So you're not going to take your entire house with it. So you're saving so much space by having the phone like standing up and by having the addition of the built-in card holder that you, in my mind, will be able to fit what you would be able to fit into a Chanel small classic flap. Because of the shape and size of the small classic flap, because of the bag model, you're wasting a lot of space with the double flap. That's kind of, like the way it's done and the double pockets and everything. So this is pretty well thought about. But then the strap, like WTF, I mean, if you think so well in terms of like, how you're able to organize this bag and how you're able to save so much space for such a small bag, why is it that the strap is such a big problem? That I really don't understand. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, all of the relevant information about this particular bag and the link to the Fake Factory will be in the description box of the video down below for you. I highly recommend them. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.